What's going on, guys? Austin Pamaj, your Pamaj, whatever floats your boat. I'm sorry if you hear my fan. That is keeping me toasty warm here in Canada. It is getting colder. Christmas is coming. It is getting super dark before it even hits 6 p.m., which is pretty awesome. I like that. Good old daylight savings or whatever it is. I don't know. Bounce back, go forward. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. But I have a pretty snazzy gameplay here for you fellas today. This is my third take on this commentary because I'm so bad at explaining things, but this will probably end up just being a rant video, to be honest. But recently I asked Twitter, I was like, yo, give me an interesting topic, and I had a good friend of mine, Teddy, or FaZe Fikey, shout out to you, man. He was like, do a commentary on people complaining and bitching about a game that just came out less than a week ago. So I was like, hey, that seems pretty awesome. That seems like a good topic. That seems like almost a rant session. And I haven't ranted ever in a video. I don't think I have. But I guess give me space. I'm gonna rant, baby. I'm just kidding. But here we go. So the game just came out November 5th, obviously, and it is November 10th by the time this video goes up. And you really cannot. You gotta give a game time. I bet when you played MW3 and MW2 and all that, when those games just came out, you had to give it time before you actually got good at it. And there's definitely a huge play style that changes whenever this game to other games came out, because there's no tactical insertions. So you can't just spawn wherever you want. You can't just put your tac right in front of an enemy spawn and just killing them as soon as they come out. Like you can't do that. That's definitely something that has been in the Call of Duty places games for a very long time. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. All those games had tactical insertions in it. All those games, a lot of people ended up doing the same thing. They would tack outside of a spawn trap. That was the typical thing people did. So that's like 4 years of like tactical insertion mentality in there. So you can't do that in this game. Like, they actually have a chance to get out of the spawn and try and mess you up. Domination or not, kill confirmed or not, all of that. Like TDM and all that, like when you get killed, you get placed back to your spawn, somewhere safe. You can't just tactical insert your place wherever you want to spawn, like right outside their spawn. You can't just do that. That's definitely a huge thing that changes. If you guys are like wrecking shit on MW3 and all that, like drop zone, all that, it's a huge, in my opinion, different playstyle. Like, you can't expect to be instantly good at this game coming from those games. You just can't. So you have to realize also, if you're sitting here putting in the hours, the exact same amount of hours as somebody else, you have to realize everyone's different. Everyone adapts differently. Everyone learns a game differently. Some people learn the game a lot faster than others. Some people learn the game a lot slower than others. But in the end, you put the time into it, you will see improvement. That is definitely a thing. And then oh boy, then there's the infamous top 6, all that stuff. Ooh, they use top 6. Okay, this is a back and forth argument right here. There's, oh, they can control the spawns better because they're playing with people who are actually good. Well, the way I see it is you're putting yourself at that disadvantage without top 6. That could be one way to see it. That could be another. They could say that's cheap and I'd rather play solo, talking to myself, not talking to anyone at all, doing it all myself. There's that way too. There's so many arguments. It's ridiculous. You can either play with your friends, have a good time, just play a video game, or you can just make yourself seem like, oh, I'm a badass because I play solo. Like, there's so many ways. It's just so mixed up. Like, you can, I don't know, it's weird. It's either you play solo, you get called bad when you play top 6, but you guess you can't play with your friends and get my favorite reactions. That's one thing that I kind of miss. Like, I can't. There's a lot of people who complain about top 6, and that's honestly, like, way back then when I got all my favorite reactions, that's like the series that you guys like a lot. My favorite reactions was because I was playing with people. Then there's always people that's like, oh, that middle line of, oh, I play with me and 2 others. Sure, why not? Go for it. I mean, you're playing with your friends, you guys are jamming out. That's a good thing, right? For sure. That's definitely a thing. So the top 6 thing, that's done with. Then there's people who come out of here saying like, oh my god, he lives in Canada, he lives in Sweden, he lives in Europe, he lives in Australia, blah blah blah. They play easy people, they hardly have anyone in their country, But the people in their country all snipe. The people in their country all suck. The people in all their country drop shot and all that stuff. That, in my opinion, that alone is not a good enough excuse. It really isn't. Because if that was the case, then I almost want to say this. If you look at the Call of Duty championships, like there's some people. No, disregard that. Lobbies, like you're not gonna move to a different country to just get quote unquote easier lobbies because you think they have easier lobbies. That's so irrelevant. Just honestly, in my opinion, just play the game. In reality, it is just a game. Remember, this is another thing. There's so many things like in this. When I do things like this, they just put words in my mouth, and it's just like, oh, he thinks he owns Call of Duty. Blah blah blah. Like, no. No. I definitely do not think I own Call of Duty at all. There's some people who put words in my mouth and just assume. That's not the case at all. This is just a rant video, if anything. Opinion. That's what it is. This is just my opinion, how I see things. It's better say that now. But definitely the things I covered in this, like tactical insertion, different gameplay, people adapting faster, top 6, solo, whatever, easier lobbies, blah blah blah, different countries, yada yada yada. A famous one I see is like an Australian or whatever. It's like, oh, there's only 2 lobbies, so it's all right if we play with our friends, blah 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 blah. I don't know what the story is behind that. It's just something I heard. But you know, using a country as an excuse, I don't think that's a good enough excuse. If anything, I mean, you just play the game. You play the game. You hit clips. There's really no point of complaining. Oh, where do you live? Oh, I trick shot. Oh, there's a lot harder stuff than trick shotting than kill feeds. Blah 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 blah. Just play the game. You will adapt. You will get good at it eventually if you keep at it. If you find yourself doing something wrong, then you switch it up. You try something else. You play a different style. It's a lot different. I can see a lot of people complaining because, well, from the sniper side, like people who play domination and tac, there's no tacs. That is probably your biggest change, honestly. You do not have any tactical insurgents. You have to just not die, I guess. That's all I have to say. You have to, there's a lot more pressure on you to stay alive and be able to contain them in that spawn, other than having that mentality of saying, oh, I died, oh, I can just spawn back in my secret spawn tac place and I'll be right back in the spawn trap. That's not the case in this game anymore. You guys gotta fix that mentality, I guess. That's what I did. And like, there's a lot of people who end up getting discouraged too, because they're sitting here putting in the hours as other people, but people adapt faster. Like, I haven't hit much crazy stuff, to be honest, but I have my buddy, my boy Jets, FaZe Jets here, busting out all these clips, and he's just going hard in the paint. Clearly he can adapt faster. That's what it is. He's a really good player. He's hitting like pretty crazy stuff so far. Hopefully he keeps it up. Don't jinx it. But I guess that was today's rant video. It's just really, I don't know why people are complaining about a game that's less than a week in. If you guys agree with me, if you guys want to tweet at me, yada yada yada. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. If you guys really did, leave a favorite. I think I covered everything. If I missed anything, it's a future video, I guess. I did go off on Twitter last night, but I'm probably going to be out now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this rant video, why people are complaining about a game that's less than a week out. It's all about adapting. It's a new Call of Duty, a new title. You don't want a new Call of Duty to be exactly like the last one. You don't want that, or else you could just play the other game. Like, honestly. But I guess that's the way I see it. I mean, that's just my type of view, my opinion, my view on this type of stuff. I'm Austin Pamaj, and I will see you wonderful people later. Do not switch out my words. This is just, people are going to do that. I'm over it. I'm Austin Pamaj, and I will see you guys later.